All right, mate. Welcome, the fellow northerner. I've clearly got the better accent though because I'm on the west side, and the west side's better.
I beg to differ, but
Yeah, we're going to be getting a fist fight here in a minute.
we'll agree to disagree on that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's quite distinctive though, isn't it? The Geordie accent.
It is, yeah. It is.
So, certain things like that you say.
Yeah, mine's not too strong to be fair. So.
What did I had? I had Zach Wild on. Like, fuck, this was a long time ago. I had a conversation with him, and he's like super Geordie though, isn't
he? Yeah, he's worse than me.
That was hilarious, man. Like I got some messages saying, "What the fuck was he saying?"
What's he saying?
I was like, well, it's nice to not get those comments on me for a change. Yeah. You know what I mean? But anyway, quarterfinals, like fucking, and CrossFit. You might as well talk about CrossFit because you're a little bit all right at adult PE, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. Quarterfinals didn't go great, to be fair. I ended up not even doing the last workout, which was a bit annoying.
Fuck, you all right?
I hurt my wrist on the overhead squat. Did that on the Thursday night. And I didn't think anything of it, to be fair. I was like, it'll be fine. It'll just, you just like, if you hurt yourself, think, it'll go away in the morning. I'll wake up and it'll be fine. And obviously it didn't. But none of the other workouts were really, it didn't make a difference. Like there was handstand push-ups, but the way you have your hands for them wasn't the way where I'd hurt it. So got through that. That was fine. And then on the Sunday morning, came in warming up for the snatch workout, and I could barely even put the empty bar above my head. And I was like, nah. I was like, I can't do it. And I wasn't in a qualifying spot for semis, like not even close. So really, there was no point in actually like potentially injuring myself for months, or just like swallowing my pride and being like, no, I'm just not going to do it. So it was a bit annoying, but it was a good weekend. But other than that, so I'm just resting that, hoping it's nothing.
Did you get a scan on it or anything? Did you go see anybody?
No, I haven't seen anyone yet. I think I was just going to give it a few days, rest it, and then obviously if it doesn't get better, which to be honest it isn't, I probably will. It's not broke or anything because I can move it, but I don't know if I've just like sprained it a bit. Bit annoying, but it is what it is.
Just pray to God you've not done your scaphoid or something like that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck me, that takes forever, man. Like I shattered my hand and wrist like midway through last year, and I'll still feel a tiny bit in my thumb, like occasionally. Really? And I'm like, this is bullshit, man. I'm one of those dickheads that just trains, but I'm also not at a pretty fucking competitive level at adult PE like yourself, so it doesn't really matter with me,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Hopefully it's nothing serious, but so if I did that workout, I would have made it serious. So
yeah, you would have. It wasn't worth especially it. Snatching, like you'd have fucked yourself over, mate.
Yeah, it would have been bad. So
how did you get into CrossFit? You've been in it for fucking years, right?
Yeah. I started just going just like a normal like gym that did like boot camps and stuff. But they had like a rig and all like the wall balls and rows and stuff. But I just thought I just did boot camp. Didn't have a clue what CrossFit was, to be honest. And then the guy who owned the gym like was doing the open or something, and I was like, oh, what's that? And then that was like maybe how many years ago was that? Maybe 4.5 years ago, maybe. And then the Fits on Earth documentaries were on Netflix, and I was like, oh they look good.
Yeah.
So I watched them, and I was like, that looks pretty good, that. And then obviously I spoke like the guy who owned the gym, and I was like, want to give it a go. So started just doing like he started putting WODs on and stuff in the gym rather than boot camps, and I started doing them. And then maybe about a year and a half-ish later, that's when I started like the GSE programming and started actually doing it properly. But Netflix.
Netflix, yeah. I mean that's everyone's got into it from those Netflix documentaries, right?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, the amount of people that came into the gym. Like I've coached CrossFit for a long time, right?
To be fair.
They go, I want to go to games. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Hold on to your fucking
Not as easy as that.
I was like, have you ever like worked out before? No.
Literally, yeah.
I was like, so you've literally just got off your couch, finished the packet of crisps you were eating and be like, I'm going to the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, mate. This is going to take a while. Didn't you compete like dead early on and fucking crushed it or something? I remember I don't remember a lot of things, mate, but I remember something where it was like you were competing. Was it London or some shit? I don't know, man.
I don't know, to be honest.
I'm sure I heard of you like real early on, and I was like, holy fuck, like, this is going to be a weapon.
Yeah. I did my first competition maybe. I think it's 4. I don't know. I don't know what year it is, to be honest. I don't even know how old I am anymore.
You sound like me.
It was a few years ago. I remember I did my first competition, and to be honest, I was traumatized because I was like, "What am I doing?" Like, I qualified. I don't even know how I qualified because I was like, I can't even do this. Like, I literally had just started CrossFit, but I managed to qualify somehow.
Nice.
But yeah, I've done quite a lot of competitions, to be fair. But
what did you do beforehand, or are you just one of those fucking gifted freaks?
Nothing, to be honest.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, I did like the usual like PE sports and whatever when you're in school, like
PE.
In fact, I didn't even do PE when I got like senior school. I was like, no, I'm not even doing PE. But I like playing like football, netball. I loved athletics, stuff like that. But then when you get like 14, 15 and you start being cool, I was like, I'm not doing sport anymore. I'm too cool for this. And then I went into sixth form and I literally did nothing. Like I went to like a ladies only gym and I hated it. I hated exercise. I would go with my mom and I was like, why am I even here? I used to just go to be like, yeah, I've been at the gym today, but I did nothing. I just went. Yeah, so I don't actually have a background at all, to be honest, which is a bit annoying because in hindsight, I wish I did because then I'd be actually really good at CrossFit if I came from like gymnastics or something, but mate, unfortunately I don't.
It's already annoying, you know what I mean? Like people will sit on the couch and watch what you do and you're like, fuck off. Like, this isn't even funny anymore, No, man, like I always thought you came from some sort of fucking background, whether it was athletics or gymnastics or something.
A lot of people always think, oh, were you a gymnast? And I'm like, no. I wasn't.
But I did PE until I was 8.
I used to do PE, and then when I went to senior school, I stopped doing PE.
So you made a good point though, because I studied PE, right? And around 14, 15 is like the time where ladies usually drop off. You see like a massive drop off in like sport.
Yeah.
And like, why do you think that is, man?
I think we'll talk about this the other day actually. It's like it's cool for boys to do sport, but for some reason it's still even now girls doing sport at that age just isn't cool. I don't know why, but I think it's just like when you start getting boyfriends and going on nights out and stuff, it's like I'm not doing sport. Like only the weird kids do sport. Like and like when you get older, you look at it. Yeah, and when you get older and you look at it, you're just like, oh my god, I wish all these like teenage girls could see what they could be like. Like I wish I'd carried on doing it. Like I kick myself for not doing it, to be honest. It's really annoying, but I feel like as well, I think it's just a UK thing as well, though. It's not pushed a lot, especially with girls. Like, and I think it should be for confidence as well, though, not just for like fair enough if you don't want to be competitive, that's fine. Like, but it does make you so much more confident as well. It brings you out the shell as well. Like, it's just
100%. It gives you an outlet as well too, right? Rather than just like I don't know, drinking or whatever.
Exactly. It would probably stop a lot of people going down that route as well, rather than doing sport, rather than going out every night or whatever.
Just as an FYI to people who aren't from the UK, things happen like real fucking young back home. Like nights out start at like fucking 14.
You literally,
you're getting absolutely smashed. So it might sound a little bit weird, but yeah, it is strange though, isn't it? Like like the amount of pressure you get from, it's not even fucking society, it's just peers. Where you're like 12, 13, 14 and it's like, right, let's go to the park and nail this bottle of vodka.
Yeah,
you're
mad.
like, that's probably not a good idea, mate. You know, I ain't no rocket scientist, but it's probably not the best of things to be doing.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. That's so. How would you go about rectifying that?
It's a hard one, isn't it? Like, I think a lot of it is to do with bringing it into schools as well, and not just CrossFit, because obviously that's a sport I do, but I do think CrossFit is a very inclusive sport, and I do think it should be pushed more in schools because, again, we were talking about this the other day, like in CrossFit, there literally is a part of it that you will be good at. There's something that you could do. So like the kids that might hate PE, they could like do like the weightlifting and be like, oh wow, I'm actually really strong. Like I'm really good at that. But yeah, it's a hard one. Like it is society as well, and it's getting worse, to be honest. Like I thought it was bad when I was younger, but now like I see girls like that are like 14, 15, and I'm like, whoa. Like that's mad.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that
I think a lot of it's social media, I think, as well. Like obviously social media is really good for doing things like what I do, like Instagram for CrossFit and working with brands, whatever. But for like kids having it, like it's bad. Like they don't need to be on it. That makes me sound old as well, to be fair. And feel old, actually.
Do you think it causes them to grow up a little bit quicker?
Oh yeah, like way too quick. Especially Instagram, like I see girls like that are like 14 and they look older than me. I'm like,
yeah, it's creepy, man.
Like it's mad. Like enjoy being a kid, because you're not going to be one for very long. You're going to be an adult and you're going to have to be doing adult things soon.
Yeah, and it also poses a lot of like psychological issues too, because if you don't go through that slow, gradual like childhood phase, right, cognitively, like you become an adult, right, and you might be classed as quote unquote mature at a really fucking early age, but you're missing a lot of skills that you would develop if you just went through it a little bit slower. I know that was the case for me, man. Like, holy fuck. Like early 20s, I had to literally strip myself down and be like, oh, you've never actually been a kid because of, whatever was going on. I'm like, okay, now you actually have to like develop some fucking things that kids have and you don't. It's a weird one, man.
Yeah. It is a hard one. Like I don't know how you could change it. It's just society, I think. And all the things, like all these reality stars, like reality TV shows and stuff, don't help it, because girls see things like that and they think that that's what they should be like.
Made in Chelsea and all that shit.
Yeah, like Geordie Shore and something like that. It's embarrassing. That's the worst one, and it's embarrassing that I'm from there. But
no one's from there, mate. They're different fucking breeds of people.
That is true. They are. Like no one's actually even like that from Newcastle. Well, there'll be a few, but but it's like things like females in sport don't get the attention that they deserve as well. Like,
here's a point. So I was playing FIFA the other day, and bear with me because this sounds quite comical, right? And you know how they put in like 4 or 5 years ago, they put in the women's international teams, right? Fantastic, great move, right? And I'm literally just scrolling around, and I'm like, hold on a minute, why is there not the leagues? The female leagues?
Yeah,
because you've got like fucking Azerbaijan B League or some daft shit like that, like the Turkish league. Right? Can you name a team in the Turkish league? No. Right? Neither can I. Right? We could bang our heads together for about 20 years and we're never going to name a team from the Turkish league. Why is there's just like the Spanish, the American, and the English like league and the French league of the women's, right? And everything's just kind of completely unified and they go, right, we're going to split it down the middle 50-50. It doesn't make sense to me how it's kind of like we'll give you a little bit so you shut up, and then after that, right, cool, we're sorted for the next 5 to 10 years. It don't make sense, man.
I know, it's mad. That's what I do like about CrossFit as well, though. Like it is a very fair sport, I think.
Yeah. That's one of the main things that. So I like the barbell, right? I love the barbell. That's my thing. Weightlifting is my thing. Because it's non-discriminatory, right? You can put your hands on the bar, it's going to weigh 20 kilos. I'll put my hands on the bar, it's still 20 kilos, right? It doesn't give a fuck who we are. And that's one of the reasons why I loved CrossFit and still do, right? Is like you said, like it really don't matter. And say, for example, we do fucking carry, right? Side by side. Granted, there's a lot of cardiovascular differences between you and I. But we're gonna say we're like on a level playing field. You should win the workout, right? If we both go and broken, you should win the workout because I got to throw it higher, right? That's just like that's an advantage you've got. But at the same time, like I don't know if we did fucking 30 muscle-ups for time or fucking whatever, right? Where I would get the advantage. It then ends up leveling itself out. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that gets brought to me a lot, right? And I like hearing ladies' ideas on it because I'm clearly not a lady and I don't know what that's like, right? It's like a lot of ladies come to me saying that they struggle with comparison, right? How would you go about helping that, and why do you think so many ladies struggle with comparison compared to blokes?
I feel like everyone does. Like obviously, even I do. Like you do, it's impossible not to. And I think no matter how hard you try not to, you still will to an extent. But all I try and do is just think about myself, and like what we all do as well in training is like, so I could be doing a workout alongside someone who I know is going to beat us and that they finished it 10 minutes before me, but did you try your best and did you give it your all and was that the best that you could do? Then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what someone else has done. As long as you've done what you can do, then everyone else is irrelevant, really. But that's the thing. I think that you've got a lot of people, you can kind of train yourself to be like that mentally, but it just depends how you are as a person as well, doesn't it? Like, I think I am quite a strong-minded person, so I can put it out of my mind, but obviously I know, especially girls, a lot of people do struggle with stuff like that. But I feel like as well, if you're surrounded by the right people as well, you won't do it as much.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fucking really important point, mate. Like, you know, you got to look at the people that you spend the most time with, right? And I think that's why Steve's done so well with GSD, because you're all fucking absolute legends and weapons, like kind of just come together, right?
Yeah.
And that's only ever going to feed off one another.
Yeah, exactly. Like no one's achievement better than yours. Like if you placed 500th in the quarterfinals and someone placed first, if you gave it your all and they also did, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think it's the confidence thing as well, though, man, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't know if it's the fucking stiff upper lip. I don't know if it's the tall poppy syndrome or whatever the fuck it is, right? But a lot of people are really scared to kind of walk around with their chest held high because they think they're going to be arrogant, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There's a big difference between arrogance and confidence.
Oh, 100%. And I think that's another thing as well, that for girls as well, what you struggle with. Like, if you come across as confident as a girl, people think, oh, you stuck up, you love yourself, you're a bitch, yeah. But like, why would you not love yourself? You know, that sounds so cheesy, but do you know what I mean? Like, why should I not walk around like with confidence? Why should I not?
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
Yeah. I think that's another thing as well. Like, it's another society thing as well, isn't it? Like,
see, this is why I love sport so much, because I think it can unify. Going big picture, I think it can unify the world, right?
Yeah.
It can unify people, and seeing someone like yourself, in a predominantly, from an outsider's point of view, they'd look at it and think it's a masculine sport, right? Because there's a bit of weight involved, and like, I don't know, it seems like super even in terms of the limelight of male and female, and they'd be like, oh, that's a masculine thing to do, which doesn't make sense in my opinion, but anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like stigma after stigma is getting broken, and also is more showing people how it's done rather than talking. You know, everyone can go on a fucking talk show.
Yeah.
And be like, oh yeah, have some more confidence in yourself,
Yeah.
Good job, little fucking Jessica, right? Or you could just be like, go do your shit, right? And the next thing they're watching you on a documentary or some sort of bloody YouTube or Instagram or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Just throwing some fucking weight above your head, not giving a shit, high-fiving some people, jumping above a bar, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's so important, mate. And
yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to let you know it too much so your head don't grow. You know what I mean? But you're doing some good shit.
Yeah, I just think people see us and they think automatically, oh well, they're obviously very confident girls, like they've never had any struggles, whatever, blah blah blah. But obviously, everyone has. Like, I used to be so shy, like beyond shy. I would not speak to anyone. And now, since starting CrossFit, like I've came out of my shell so much, and like I'm so much more confident. I'll speak to anyone. Like I'll go up and talk to people. Whereas like me 5 years ago, no, I wouldn't talk to anyone.
Oh, that's just made my fucking day, and it's like 20 past 7 in the morning. Like, mate, I've been coaching for a long time, man. And you see so many people come in and out of the gym, right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, okay, it's fantastic seeing people being able to do their shit, and it's fucking awesome watching you do all this crazy shit, and like physically, right? You're like, what an inspiration. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it's the shit you take out of that and then apply it to your everyday life, right? Like your confidence and ability to talk to people, communication. I was like, that fucking shit right there is exactly why we do it.
Yeah, it does make you so much more confident in like every aspect of life, not just in the way you look. I think it's more important, to be honest. Like, obviously, for what we do, the way we look is just like
it's a byproduct.
Yeah, it just comes with it. It's not what we're actually trying to do. But
that is also, a lot of people look at an athlete, right, and they see him as an athlete, not a human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They see him as their job. Or as their hobby or whatever the fuck it is, semi-pro, amateur, and kind of just like define this person in this singular way, right? And I think that's an important point for individuals who haven't ever played competitive sport to some sort of level to get into their heads, right? Because it's like behind this athlete, there's going to be a lady called Beth, right? And she's going to have a story and some shit behind that as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just see, obviously they see like what you post on Instagram or whatever, they see you compete and they just think you're like a robot.
Yeah.
And it's like people don't see the mental struggles as well that come along with it. And obviously what I find hard is not being able to just like go and just enjoy yourself how I used to be able to, because obviously we can't.
Yeah, it's not like you can go out on a Friday night.
Like I can't just be, oh, let's go out on Friday or Saturday night, like, because that would literally ruin a full week of training.
Yeah. Oh. You gotta sleep, you gotta do all this nonsense.
Yeah, like everything affects it.
Especially CrossFit, man.
Yeah.
You're trying really to be the best you can be in so many different modalities.
Yeah.
And then learn new skills. It's like, how the fuck are you supposed to do that and juggle it? And is CrossFit your full-time gig?
Yeah, I'm doing it full-time at the minute.
Fuck yeah, man. That's fucking awesome. What's that like? What's your typical like day like?
So
without giving away all the secrets.
We normally get at the gym for about 9:30, and we'll have usually have conditioning. So that's normally like 40 minutes, 40-minute e-warm or 40-minute like AMRAP, whatever. And then I'll eat. And then I'll weightlifting or skill stuff. Then eat again. And then usually like some actual CrossFit, like maybe a workout, or we do group sessions as well. So everyone who's at like the gym, we're all train together. They are brutal. They're good, like nothing I've ever done before, but oh my god, hard. And then when I finish training, we'll literally just eat again and go to bed. To be honest, just chill. It is good though. I really enjoy it.
Fuck yeah,
it's
man.
Nice. This downtime after quarterfinals is it's nice. But I'm itching to go to the gym. Like, we're like, what we're gonna do today, how we're gonna fill our day in, because like there's always some part of our day spent in the gym, so it's hard like not spending any time in the gym.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I definitely won't be having 2 weeks off. I will be going to the gym, but I'll just be doing like active recovery.
Steve, if you're listening, that's not my idea. Okay. Don't go blaming me. I'm gonna get a fucking message in a minute saying you fucking prick. But it's not me. No, like as a side note, mate, like being a fucking pro athlete or a full-time athlete or whatever the fuck you want to call it is rough. Like that shit's hard, right? Whether you love it or hate it, it doesn't matter. Like, again, that's something that a lot of people don't understand, right? They'll kind of hear that with a fresh sort of perspective on it and be like, ah, oh, fuck you, Beth. Like that'd be it's so easy and you live a fucking great life.
Yeah.
Bitch,
like, oh, you haven't got a job, you train every day.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. It's like, no, like your physical output is your job. You know, like that's fucking rough. And you got to get yourself there. You got to do everything. It's a 24/7 thing.
Yeah, it's more mentally challenging than anything, to be honest. Like adjusting to it as well. Like obviously I used to have a full-time job, so going from doing that, and I used to just train after work. Like obviously I was serious about it, but it was more just like if I missed a session, I was like, oh well. Whereas now, obviously, like you never miss a session, but it's more just adjusting at that and like the mental side, like knowing like I need to go to sleep because I know I need to train tomorrow, and then I know I've got to do this, and this. Like it's just like non-stop.
So what do you do for your mental health and to keep yourself somewhat stable?
We try and like when we're not at the gym, do something like go like I will like going for walks and stuff, like going out for food. Just obviously I live with like two of the other girls, so that's good because if I live by myself, I don't know what I would do with my time, to be honest. But yeah, I really like going out for walks and stuff. So that's just getting out of the gym and trying not to talk about the gym as well when we're not at the gym, which is hard when we're all doing it full time. Like it is going to get mentioned. But like after this weekend, like quarterfinals, we were just like, right, let's stop talking about it. It's done. What's done is done. Let's not talk about it anymore and just enjoy some time away from the gym.
I think that's a really good take, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I think it really is because you got to miss it sometimes, right? Like absence makes the heart grow fonder and all that type of bollocks.
Yeah, like sometimes like having a week away from the gym, like you cannot wait to get back, and it just gives you the fire back as well.
That's exactly
sometimes
right.
You spend that much time in the gym, you're just like, I don't want to be there. Like after this weekend, obviously we all did the quarterfinals together, and we did have a really good weekend. Like just in general, it was just a good vibe. Like whatever, but it was very, very intense. And like going into that room to do the workout, it was so hot as well. And like the music's blasting and like all eyes are on you. It does get very like, it can get a lot. So we're like, after that, we're like, right, we need some time away from there.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take a week off, man.
Yeah.
Like people think it's gonna kill them and kill their fucking gains, and they're gonna forget everything. Yeah, it might feel a little bit foreign. Like the barbell might feel a little bit weird, but it's just a skill. Like you've not got weaker or smaller or fatter or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just
it comes back quick enough as well.
Yeah. Go live your life, like don't stress yourself out too much about a friggin'.
I think that is really important as well, especially when you're full time, to know when to take some time away and like just reset and be like, right, clean slate and go back.
Have you ever messed around with the whole meditation stuff?
No, I haven't, to be fair. I've never tried anything like that.
Have you done the flow tanks?
No, I've done nothing, but I'm very I get very distracted. Like that sounds stupid, but I literally, if I try to do something like that, I know for a fact unless I went somewhere and did it properly, where it was like say a class or something and everyone did it together, then I would concentrate. But if someone said, right, Beth, meditate by yourself, my attention span will last all of 2 minutes maybe before I'll go on my phone or do something.
Well, I'll tell you what, like I was exactly the same when I started, mate. Like my brain is like fragmented and goes in a million different miles an hour, and I'm thinking about all types of shit, right? But like it helps, like, and it's however you want it to look like.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to sit on a fucking rock in the Himalayas with your like, I don't know, legs crossed and going you just kind of do your thing. And
Yeah.
I'd definitely say give it a go if things get a little bit crazy. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Definitely say give
it's
that a
definitely
go.
something to try, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what though, what's just fucking sort me out is the sauna.
Oh, do you know, I've been wanting to go, so there's literally nowhere in Wigan where there's a sauna that you can just go
Really?
to. No. Unless I have to pay like for another gym membership just to go and use the sauna.
Oh, like a leisure centre.
Yeah.
They're usually cheap enough.
Yeah. There's a JD over the road. Apparently they've got one, so.
Oh, JD, like the big JD gyms.
Yeah, the JD gyms, yeah.
They're not bad, them, like
Yeah.
guys. In fact, I probably shouldn't incriminate myself on the internet, but it's not like it's going to be the first time. Like me and my brother used to, we were both broke as piss. This is before I came over here. We would say we've just moved into town and would get into JD gyms, and I still get emails from about 9 of them just saying like, Alex, you still wanted to come in. It's been like fucking 5 years. you know, we're like, oh hey, we just got into town. Can we, get like can we just see if we like the gym?
I might try that.
Yeah. It's great. It's great, mate. You get him for free, sweet you talk your way in, give him a little wink, Sometimes you gotta give them the reach around, but whatever gets you through the door.
Yeah, that's
Joking.
true.
Kids don't do that. I should have a fucking disclaimer on whatever I say. Honestly, mate, like you come out with all types of shit. But I didn't know there was a fucking sauna in a JD gym. I know they just got Elecos when I left.
Yeah, they've got all the Eleco plates and bars and stuff. So that's actually good to know for us as well, because we use them anyway.
Fuck yeah, man. Have you lot moved into a new gym now?
Yeah, we've got our own like facility.
Damn.
It's like a little gym, yeah.
Is it by? I can't really work out where it is because I keep seeing fucking Reggie and Steve doing something in the gym, and then the next thing you know, they're handstand walking on a bloody track.
Yeah, so it's in. Do you know where the DW Stadium is?
Yes.
It's literally in the same like facility that the rugby team train in.
Holy fuck.
So it's like a room in there. So we've got that, but then there's like the indoor track and we've got the outdoor track as well we can go on. So it's pretty good.
God, he's pulled some strings, my boy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I've not been there in fucking years. It's a little bit nostalgic talking about literally home, right? It was like fucking 20 minutes from where I live. Less than maybe 15.
Yeah.
So what's next?
To be honest, I don't really know. I'm going to be obviously looking for some competitions to do now for the rest of the year. Hopefully doing some team stuff with a few, like obviously a few of the guys from that we're in Wigan with. But really, obviously this was my first season as an individual full time, so I didn't have any pressure on myself anyway. Like I wasn't expecting top 6 in Europe semis. Like I'm like that's unrealistic. So basically get back to training and get ready for next year.
Well, you got to the quarterfinal, right?
Quarterfinals, yeah.
And how many is that out of?
I think it's a top 10% in Europe. So however many sign up for the Open, I think it's a 10% of that.
That's disgusting, right?
I think. And then obviously, but then it narrows it down to 60 after that, which is pretty hard, especially in Europe, because Europe's full of absolute animals.
Yeah, the different breeds in Europe.
Like it's mad. In every year, it's just getting even better and better. The standard, like it's crazy.
Yeah, you get some of the people from like the fucking mountains in like Switzerland or Norway or whatever. They just train up there like all day. Eating Swiss chocolate and doing fucking whatever. I don't know what they're doing over there. But you're like, what the fuck? You're like an animal, like an absolute weapon.
It's mad.
And then there's little old Wigan.
Yeah, and then there's just in Wigan.
Which is arguably better. I mean, it's definitely more picturesque.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Nowhere I'd rather be than Wigan.
We could go to St. Helens.
I've never been.
It's literally across the road, mate.
Is it? I don't really venture out of Wigan, to be honest, apart from when I go back home.
Oh, it's adjacent to one another.
Hmm.
You need to go to the fucking Wigan St. Helens rugby league.
What, the game?
Yeah, that's a good time, mate.
Is it?
Yeah. But you got to be supporting Salford Red Devils, because that's what gave birth to a legend.
Oh.
You're not supposed to laugh at that. Oh man, yeah. So top 10% though in Europe for the first time of being like a quote unquote pro athlete, right? Like full-time gig. Mate, that's that's immense.
Yeah, and then to be fair, I was on for finishing pretty decent until I think I was 200 and something in Europe after Saturday. Before I did that, obviously I didn't even submit a score for that last workout, so I would have came 200 and something, I reckon, in Europe. But
wow,
obviously I didn't. Annoying, but it is what it is.
These things happen, man. Like we said at the start, like you made the right decision of not continuing and absolutely shattering yourself.
Yeah.
2 weeks off rather than fucking 2 or 4 months off is definitely a better trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I got a deep question. What's your purpose?
That is a very deep question.
I know, like, sorry, I just fucking
what is my
sidelined you.
Wow, that's really deep. I don't know. My purpose. No one's ever asked us that before.
Really?
No.
Well, I do this for a living, mate. Like, so I ask all types of fucking weird questions.
I honestly don't know how to answer that, to be honest.
All right.
I don't know. What is my purpose? I don't know.
You don't need an answer, mate,
I feel like that's something I'll have to think about, to be honest. Now I'm going to have to wonder what my purpose in life is.
Oh no, I've triggered.
I'm not gonna be able to get sleep tonight now. I'll be like lying in bed, like, what is my purpose?
So I've triggered a fucking mental breakdown. That's
you have, and I'm on the edge anyway, so
I'm gonna get a fucking text message. So I'm in fucking Barbados. I was like, what the fuck are you doing over there? It's your fault. I'm like a fucking
finding my purpose.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
No, I think that's a very difficult question to answer.
It is, man. Like, I think it's a man-made thing. I think it changes,
Yeah.
A lot of the time people kind of fall into a trap of oh no, this is who I am, right? For example, like, oh, you're an athlete. I was like, yeah, great, you're an athlete right now.
Yeah.
Right? You're not going to be an athlete
not going to be forever.
Yeah. Forever, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I find it interesting hearing people's perspectives on a lot of things. And I have some people around me that ask me these types of questions all the time. Usually sideline me as well when I'm, I don't know, doing something.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd just pass it on.
Yeah.
But I do have 3 questions though.
Okay. Are these easy ones or?
Can't no.
No. Oh God.
No.
Okay. Go on then.
What's the greatest piece of life advice you ever received?
Oh my God. Right. This is now you've asked me that. I'm thinking, have I ever received any life advice?
That's a northern thing. People just get kicked out on the street and be like,
just literally.
Yeah. Don't come back with no pennies in your pocket. Don't ask how we got them. Okay, no names.
That's you've thrown us again, to be honest. Sorry to be very disappointing answering these questions.
Man, but don't ever apologize to me. I'm not your fucking mum. Don't worry about it. Like, no. I don't need that. Like, it's too different.
When someone asks you a question and then you think, like, it's like if someone asks, what are your hobbies? I'm like, wow, I've got none. You just can't. You're just like, I don't know. I don't know what I do.
I was having a conversation last night, right, in the gym, and they're like, "Oh, so, what do you do for yourself?" And I was like, "I don't know, work." I was like, "I fucking work in like 5 different fucking places. I was like, I don't know, and come here.
Yeah. Someone asked me what my hobbies were not that long ago, and I was like, well, CrossFit used to be a hobby, but since it's not anymore, I don't have any. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a really boring person.
No. Come on, give yourself a little bit more credit than that. So, I don't know. Sleep is one.
Sleep, yes, I would say sleep is a good hobby, to be honest. I do enjoy that.
Fuck yeah,
Eating,
man. Like,
if you could say that's a hobby.
All right. You got me down on the fucking food rabbit hole, you motherfucker.
This will be an easier question.
So if you're gonna like absolutely go to town on some food, what are you choosing?
Pizza, probably. We had Domino's on Sunday night.
Oh.
No, it was unreal. Yeah, I'm gonna say pizza.
What toppings are you getting?
I'm really boring. I just have pepperoni on it.
No. I thought you were gonna say margarita.
Oh no, I used to just be margarita, and then I've branched out now to pepperoni.
Pepperoni is the shit, mate.
And garlic sauce. I have to have garlic sauce.
Mate, right. Have you ever heard of aioli?
Oh, is that like garlic stuff?
Fuck, even you.
Yes,
knew.
I have.
So I was working in fine dining, right, over here. Don't ask how I got into it. Don't ask how they gave me the job either, because I'm not a fine dining type of bloke. Anyway, like a customer comes over and was like, "Oh, yeah, excuse me, sir." Like, and I was like, first of all, don't copy, sir. Like, come on, I'm not your dad or granddad or some shit, right? I was like, "Oh, can I have some aioli?" Like, yeah, no problem. I walk back. What the fuck is aioli, man? I'm sure we don't have that shit back home. Turns out it's garlic mayo, mate.
Yeah, it's unreal. It's so good.
Drizzle that on a bit of pizza. Save it for the crust too. Bit of Tommy K in there as well.
Yeah, you've got to have it for the crust.
It's game over. That's checkmate right there. Put a fork in me. I'm done. Although, you know what I miss? A Toby Carver.
Do you know, I'm not a fan.
The fuck do you mean?
I've been once, and it didn't do any bits for us at all.
You're gonna get kicked out of the north if you say that again.
Nah.
Oh,
I would never be like, oh, let's go to Toby.
To say I'm offended would be an understatement.
I'm sorry.
You should be. Oh man, I remember you could get it for like fucking £3.20, like the Big Daddy meal. You know what I mean? £3. You know, come out with if you go in with a £5, you come out with change.
Yeah.
You know, and type 2 diabetes, but we don't talk about that. Oh man. All right. 2 more questions.
Go on. These are going to be ones I'm probably not going to have answers to again.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I'll just have to get back to you with answers in a few days' time.
Yeah, whatever, you know, fucking people know how to find me. What's the worst piece of life advice you ever received?
Do you know, right, this isn't life advice, and it wasn't life advice, it was personal experience.
Oh.
But it was getting made to go to uni.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That was the worst. And like at school, I obviously didn't get forced because no one forced us, but it was like, you have to go to uni. Yeah. You'll not do anything if you don't go to uni. You need a degree, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't want to go. They're like, no, Beth, you're too clever. You'll waste yourself. If you don't go to university, you need to go. So I was like, right, fine, I'll go. So I went, and I lasted 6 months, and I was like, nah.
Wow.
So yeah, that.
You lasted longer than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lasted 1.5, mate.
Oh wow.
I barely even got to the fucking door, and I was like, nah, this is bullshit. I'm out.
It is, to be fair. Like, forcing people to go like for education, it's not like it used to be either. I don't think there's so many more opportunities now where you don't have to have a degree.
I think the tide's going to change, and it's going to be the generation of apprenticeships under us.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah,
you know, even if you get paid fucking like minimal, like dog shite money, at least they're fucking earning something and getting a skill and a qualification and a trade. You know, like,
and you can actually come out with something at the end. Whereas 9 out of 10, you go to uni and you come out of uni and it's like, right, now I can't get a job.
What were you studying?
Pharmacy.
As in Like
to be a pharmacist.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not the most academic of people, mate.
Yeah. I'm not anymore. I haven't been in education for quite a few years now.
Still got into fucking pharmacy.
Yeah. Well,
what uni was it?
Sunderland.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nice. I went to Portsmouth. For like I said, like
to do what?
Sport X.
See, I feel like that's something that's why I wish had I been in a CrossFit or sport, whatever, when I was doing my GCSEs, my A levels, I would have gone and done like physio or something. But that's one thing that I really, really do regret, not being into it young and doing something with it. But obviously, I've ended up doing something with it. So
the thing is, mate, like you can learn so much like outside of university.
Yeah.
Like, and everything I know is outside of university, clearly, because I made fucking 1.5 months. What the fuck did I do in that time? Right. That's a different story. We don't get into it. But like, you save up, you fucking do your grind, earn your stripes, and then you pay for an external course, you go do that, you get the qualification, you do it, rinse and repeat, right? Yeah. And then you like learn under people. And I'm a little bit more of a practical dude too, which I think a lot of people back home are. Yeah. Like, especially the North, man. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's fucking in our genes or something to just be like a little bit academically slower, but but a little better with our hands. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, man. But like, yeah, it's experience is better. Like, if I'd have gone to uni and then followed the same path and come to here, right, I'd have had like a year's experience.
Yeah.
But I was working before through school and shit like that in this industry. But granted, if I like scratched all that, but I got here with like fucking 10 years experience.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of merit in that.
Yeah.
Last question.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because I'm probably not gonna be able to answer it.
It's fine. You did well on that second one. You got like.
I basically just told people not to go to university. So
yeah, fuck it.
Don't do it.
I tell people worse, mate. Usually it's like stand up with your middle finger up and tell everybody to go fuck themselves. It's probably not the greatest idea when you're in a business meeting, but I still do it. Anyway, 3 words you tell your younger self.
3 words?
Yeah. So you can make a sentence out of those words, or it could just be like 3 individual, like standalone words. It could be like, you're a legend, like whatever.
That's a good one, to be fair. A word I would tell my younger self. In fact, this isn't. It's not 3 words. It's gonna be 2 words. But I would just say be confident.
Ooh.
That's what I would tell my younger self.
Mate, that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's kicked me in the nuts a little bit. That's fucking good.
Yes, answered it.
yeah, that's good shit. Like, yeah, I've had some fucking wacky answers, man. But I've never had be confident.
Is that one quite normal?
No. Like, they all hit me,
Yeah.
But that's good. And I think especially for younger ladies, mate, like, and young dudes, like 100%, both male, female, it's all the same. However, through sport, going through the same subject of conversation that we've had, I would say that relates to like every young woman, man.
Yeah.
I hope they take a leaf out of your book and become a fucking weapon of mass destruction.
Hopefully.
And don't go to uni and tell people to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
I'm joking. You got to take me with a fucking tablespoon of salt, mate. Anyway, mate, I really appreciate your fucking time, mate.
Thanks for having us. It's been really good.
I know it's getting close to your Betty Bobar's time because you're a
It is, to be
professional
fair,
athlete.
it's nearly 8 p.m. and I haven't actually ate my tea yet either.
Oh my God, that warms my heart that you called it tea, not dinner.
Oh, yeah. Breakfast, dinner, tea.
That's it. I'm going to have a fantastic fucking week now. Breakfast, dinner, tea, man. Like, I've been fighting. I lived in the south of England for like 3 years before I came here. Then I've lived here for 3 years, right? And I've been fighting people for 6 years saying it's breakfast, dinner, tea. And they're like, no, you're the only person. I'm like, I'm the only one that matters.
Yep.
No, I'm joking.
It is breakfast, dinner, tea.
Oh, that's so
and then supper if you have a snack before bed.
Oh, that's even better. That's the cherry on the cake right there. It's fucking over. Checkmate, motherfuckers. Mate, I fucking appreciate you for that, and appreciate what you do. I thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
I would say whenever I make it home, I'll drop in and work out with you, but that's probably going to be a no, because Steve will be writing something disgusting and I wouldn't want to do it. So I'll say I'll bring some Jaffa cakes. How about that?
Yeah, that would be better for post-workout.
Sounds great.
That sounds good to me.
I'll sit there and eat Jaffa cakes and give people high fives.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good, man. All right. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thanks.
See you later, mate. Speak soon.
Bye,
everybody.